Qualität, ey ja, seid ihr dabei, wenn wir reinkommen? 1, 2, check, da Mike, wir bleiben.
So, I'm working on the Subaru right now. I'm working on doing the color sanding. I've already gotten this whole quarter panel done. This top of the driver door, I'm working on this top. Then work on the bottom, finish the front fender, do the hood, and then work on the other side once I'm done with all this. You can see how this is how wet sanding works. So it's completely soft now, but there's no shine to it. This is still barely the 1000 grit. I still have to go over with 2000, 3000, well 25, 3000, and then 4000, 5000, up to 8000. All by hand, making sure everything's nice and smooth. So that way it turns out like this once it's once I buff it and everything. So you can see basically how this looks when it's wet. That's how it's gonna look when it's buffed out. Almost near perfect reflection compared to something that hasn't been done yet. And you can see some orange peel, not very much on this car surprisingly, but yeah, basically it's just sanding it from 1000, 2000, 25, 3000, 35, 4000, 5000, and then 8000, and then just finishing off at that. I use two different, not two different, it's 4 different pads, 2 different chemicals that I use for, or the buffing cream that I use to completely buff the entire cars. So it's very simple, nothing too crazy. I'm just finishing this setup, and let that, I'm gonna wipe it off, make sure everything's nice and straight. Once I'm done color sanding this one, I'm gonna start with the color sand on this one as well. I just finished painting this about, I want to say like, not even a week ago yet. But this is the Q50, the back one. His name is Austin that owns it. It's a really nice car. He did the custom over fenders, and what else? It's basically what he did. He molded the rear lip onto the car, or onto the bumper itself, and we just, we painted it. We did everything to it. We did, let's see if it's open. No, it's closed. We did door jams, trunk jams, under the hood. Everything is completely covered. Holy shit, that's low. But this needs to color sanding because this actually got a lot more orange peel than that did. So this definitely needs a color sand. This just basically needed a good pass over with the, I mean, same thing. I do the same amount of work, but it's just didn't need it so much as bad as basically that. Once I'm done with that one, I start to trim this bumper and do it for the Q50, or not the Q50, the G35 back here. G37. God, I'm way off right now, but this G37. I trimmed, fitted this whole kit. I just gotta like body fill it up here to make this match up. Everything else completely straight. Side skirts are all added on and everything. We're still debating if we're gonna fix this quarter panel damage or not, because it's even worse than the other side. Working on the front bumper still to make that fit straight, because they got a new fender, new headlights, because this car was hit before. So yeah, but aside from all that, I have not updated you guys on the Z at all. It's been a good minute. You guys remember that I did Wise Fab. Last thing that I probably showed you guys was that. I got the full kit. I got a real Ings front, real Ings sides, and a real Ing rear lip. I went with a dual caliper setup. You can see the bracket back there somewhere. All that. So finished doing that a couple days ago. Got a new wing and some cool stuff I recently did. Got the car caged. I actually did this myself. I went with the Cusco pre-built cage. You just have to weld it in yourself. Ignore my poor welds. But this has to get done soon because it's starting to rust up a little bit. So this needs to get sprayed as soon as possible before this gets really ugly. Gonna do the whole interior. It's gonna be the same color as the car. I flocked the dash. Got some new gauges, or new background for the gauges. Did my whole switch panel, but I had my friend come and redo it so that way nothing catches on fire. My 2 gauges for water temp, oil pressure, push start, kill switch. And yeah, I have a welded diff that's supposed to be thrown on this, but the bolts are stripped on the actual diff itself, so that's gonna be a bitch. Got a new radiator, did the hood, pour cut out, So either just gonna cut this bigger or cover this up, some custom vents, and then finally some paint should go on this car soon. I already have the color and everything, but I'm just waiting for the car to run and be on the floor again because I accidentally messed up the NAT system, so now car won't start. But aside from that, let's focus on these cars. Let's get some work done. Yeah, I'm just finishing up on the color sanding for this, and I should be good to go with this car soon. It's almost out. I already cut the quarter panels, front fenders and everything, so that way everything fits completely except front. These two front fenders right here, I have to give it, I'm gonna respray them because there's some spots around here. I don't know if you can tell, but it looks like there's not enough coverage, so I have to redo those before it completely goes back together. But overall, this came out really good. So I got this whole side done. I'm gonna have to redo the roof, redo the fenders. I'm gonna stop this for now. I started on the Q50. I had a drip mark on the front bumper and one on the door handle, but I got those fixed. And I got the front fender, this door sanded with at least 1,000 grit. Keep in mind I still have to go all the way up to 8,000, so this is just the first pass. But with the water, look how reflective it is already. So just imagine once I get up to 8,000, it's gonna be super smooth. I can buff it and it'll look crazy. But I think I'm catching a fever and I do not feel like doing anything because I'm like either falling asleep or my head is just spinning like crazy. So I'm gonna stop for now. Can't do much work on that either. Can't do nothing on my car. There's just something I was gonna go pick up today that I should go pick up before anything. I found the Recaro seat instead of my bride, so I might go pick that up. But yeah.
Alles da ist, was du brauchst, dann fühle dich doch bitte wie zu Haus. Zieh die High Heels aus, mach dich locker, schnapp dir einen Hocker, lass dich